Cuz. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Vortex Racing Network's production of Monday Night Mayhem. The Moonlight Racing lead has come to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. That's right, we're live in Mexico City for race number 5 of our 13-race regular season. Too wide into the booth. Mean Gene Money alongside my tag team partner, Zach Panzarella. Zach, I've only been here on vacation. Quite a change to be up in the booth watching a race that nobody's familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, Gene, it's pretty crazy.
You sound great.
Yeah, I do, right? It's pretty crazy being here over in Mexico City. Excited to be here with all these great drivers. But yeah, definitely unfamiliar territory for just about everyone here today.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see. All we have to look at, of course, is what they did last time they were on a road course and how they practiced. Last time they were on a road course last season at Sonoma, and we saw Jordan Fisher dominate, led every lap, pole, fastest qualifying, fastest lap. No Jordan today. On the podium with him were Brant Applegate, Matt Novella. Now, Applegate and Novella both here today, but they were the third and fourth fastest in practice. Buddy Sully fastest, 129.7, a full second faster than Nate Lesko, who was second. Qualifying again, we see Buddy Sully, Nate Lesko 1 and 2, Applegate, Novella switch places, but look how close Vulpes, Iverson, Jake Dargert all are. I think Wyatt Mickelson, Matthew Cherwick as well are going to be a factor. So going to be interesting to see how this all works out. 20 drivers on the grid, and with nobody having experience, this could be Buddy Sully run away. Zach, we've had 5 winners in 5 races. I think we're going to have 6th today. I'm looking at Buddy Sully, Dark Horse Matt Novella.
Yeah, I really am too, me and Gene. That's going to be really exciting to see what these guys are capable of doing here at this track today. I mean, I think everything is here to play for at a track like this where, like, no one has experience. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Pace car is leading him around. The Rodriguez Brothers racetrack is a 2.49 mile asphalt track, 15 turns. And there's a couple of S's that I think are going to be really interesting early in the race, 1, 2, and 3, and then late in the race, 12, 13, and 14, all going to give us, you can see just how wide this thing runs. Going to be an opportunity to slip and slide. Pace car is off. Keep an eye on Sully on the inside, waiting for the green flag. Let's go on the outside, rolling it across the grid any moment now. Here we go. Buddy Sully with the early lead. Let's go on the outside. Nobody knows how turn 1 goes. Look at Applegate driving it right up the rear of Sully, coming into 1, dives down low, and here comes the fun.
This is a long straightaway, way longer than these drivers are used to. This is not your average Watkins Glen, and we're gonna go 3 wide into 1. Novella does not want to wait. He's gonna go all the way in the curb, not able to get the drive off, and you see how much these guys have to load up here, me and Gene. These are the S's you were talking about.
Yeah, this is where we're going to see great opportunity. Grant Applegate now taking the lead from Buddy Sully, Nate Lesko, Matt Novella, top 4. Other drivers of note right now, Iverson up 1 into 5th. Vulpes drops a spot. Here's Sully, though, going to take a dive, makes it past Applegate, and look at Novella challenging Lesko. This is great to see just how close these top 4 are. And behind them, you can see Iverson. Vulpes isn't going anywhere. Great early start by the 59 of Dargert.
Oh, we got to go around.
Well, remember, he ran. Oh, no.
John Beverly. That's John Bev around there. Looks like just a little bit loose. Didn't hit everything, so keep it rolling. I think we'll see a lot of that. I mean, granted, this is a road course. Novella right there runs it very high. able to recover well. And one thing that's sticking out to me already, Mean Gene, I've never personally been on this racetrack here before, and the pace it looks like it's crawling compared to other places that we're used to. So much precision going to be on the mind of these drivers, and there goes Vulpes.
Vulpes around, not what he needed here early in the race. No cautions to bail out Joe, trying to get it back on the track. There he goes. He's straight. Going to fall all the way back, though, into the clutches of Steve Lewis, as well as Zach Clausen. So a little bit of work for Vulpes to do. We've seen him do it before in the trucks at Watkins Glen. Made it back up to second after an early spin. But Buddy Sully, Grant Applegate, Nate Lesko, no, those guys weren't at that track. Much different situation. Up front, starting to spread out. You can see the single file as we are underway. No cautions here today. This is going to be an all-out race as we are on lap 2. And Buddy Sully starting to settle in. This is not what they wanted to see. Zach, we talked about Buddy, season 3 champion, the rust from sitting out a year. Is this the breakout party? Is this where the high side hustler says, y'all must have forgot?
Right? This definitely feels like a Buddy Sully type of track. We've seen so many races already this season where Buddy Sully has either qualified with amazing speed or had a lot of long run speed, but a lot of times where he's been in incidents of none of his doing, but just getting caught up in other people's messes and just hasn't really had the chance to show that muscle that we saw a couple seasons ago. But here is Buddy Sully, and like you just said, no scheduled cautions here today. This thing is scheduled to run green all the way through, and 9 times out of 10, it's going to. So this is a Buddy Sully type of race where all he has to do is execute. And like you said, he is showing that muscle right now, stretching out the lead on Applegate. As wow, I saw
35 laps scheduled here today. Completion of lap 18 will be when stage points are awarded. No caution scheduled. It'll just be points awarded to the top 5. Now, I'm looking at the gap already building. You can just see Applegate, Lesko still in the frame, but Novella Iverson slowly fading away. Kudos to Dargert and Wyatt Mickelson as well, keeping those two guys in the picture ahead of them. So it's almost like we got a battle with the top 3, and then you got 4 cars after that having a big time. And then the pile up. Serwick, Holla, Mata, Nick Mills, Eric Gambrell. And then that big gap back to Vulpes, almost 7 seconds behind Gambrell. But that gap was 2 seconds bigger just 2 laps ago. Oh, don't hit that rubber.
Really good stuff here between Holla, Mata, Mills, and Gambrell. And it's so funny. You see Skirwick over here. He's just re-entered the the MRL after a season off. And yeah, it's amazing how quickly things can change at road courses. Here he is in front of Nick Mills, one of our best oval drivers, but Skirwick clearly showing his muscle turning right. And this is some intense racing we've had between Mata. Oh, wow, what a great camera angle that is right here. Between Mata and Mills, right? Got to see the beautiful inner workings of this road course. Yeah, road course, right? This isn't a street course, but it's like in a stadium or something. Very cool track over here. But yeah, this is I think you're going to see the separation continue to form as this race goes on. And not to mention, Mean Gene, Buddy Sully has opened that up to 4.7 seconds.
Yep, so you can see just exactly that lead on this straightaway. Great camera there. Behind them, Applegate and Lesko having a little bit of a battle for the second place position. Novella now getting into the stretch, has pulled away from Iverson, who has pulled away a little bit from Dargert, from Mickelson as well. But top 7, except for Buddy Sully, only separated by about 8 seconds. So battle's continuing. And you know what? While we're here on lap 4, why not take this opportunity to give a big shout out to one of our league sponsors, Fish Speed Brakes. That's right. Jordan Fisher is a proud sponsor of the MRL Monday Night Mayhem all year long. We here are very appreciative, thanking him for this opportunity that he's given us. From Jordan, he says that We are a community growing, finding ways to help you be more prepared for your league races, help you with speed, consistency, qualifying, pit road entry, all the little things to fine-tune your craft. We at Fish Speed Brakes don't claim to be the fastest people out there. However, I promise you everyone will learn a little something here and there. I learn from everybody I run with, faster, slower. There's always little things you can do to apply to your race craft. Fish Speed is about finding that edge in the brakes to outduel your opponents in the long run. Every track for the next gen fixed. There will always be info to read up on, little things to know about each track. Fish Speed Brakes, give them a shot. They use that Garage 61 as a utility as well, Zach. And I got to tell you, the guys that work from them, we've seen that constant improvement week after week. So give it a shot. Check them out on Discord. They got 6 coaches on there as well, and they are an affiliate. They do work with Team Conti as well, so that information is coming directly from those pros.
Yeah, they're really an incredible resource here. And I mean, if you need any proof of the pudding, I mean, just look at what Jordan Fisher did the last time we were at a road course here in this league. One of the most dominant performances we've ever seen here in the MRL, lapping the majority of the field and really no one within even view of him by the time the checkered flag came around. So one of the most world-class drivers we have ever seen. Speaking of, the only guy who seemed to have anything for him that day was Grant Applegate, but surprisingly, Applegate fading early here today. 8 seconds now behind Sully, and he has given up that second place position to Nate Lesko, and Novella hot in pursuit now.
Yeah, you can see Novella just about 1.2 seconds behind. Applegate a little loose. You can see that front left rotor glowing, and it's not even nighttime yet. So already the car's starting to show some effects of being on the track. After those second, third, and fourth place cars, there is a slight gap back to Iverson, who's still dealing. Jay Dargert, the Marine, making a great run here, only about 1.5 behind Iverson.
Yeah,
got to be thrilled with what he's doing.
He's doing a great job, and so is Wyatt Mickelson, and Ryan Holler is able to get past that whole group, made a pass on Skirwick, and Mills followed followed Holler through there, got Skirwick as well, but now you see Holler trying to hold off Mills and really driving that 41 hard. And one thing that's starting to stick out to me here, Gene, is just how tight this racetrack is. These guys are using every millimeter of the racetrack through these corners.
Oh, you picked a great battle. I'm sitting here watching Mills.
Oh, it's been entertaining.
Holler. Yeah, Mills is not afraid to go on the short course to try to get underneath. If Holler misses a gear, yeah, here he is. He's going to take another dive. They're going to go side by side. Great driving there by Mills early on to avoid the contact. This is really Monday Night Mayhem on display right here, watching the skill level of these drivers here in Mexico City.
And someone has gone around back there. It looks like that is John Beverly. Oh, no. I think that was Joseph Volpis, potentially. Let's see here. Here's Volpis coming through. This is a replay here. And I believe that was Volpis, Mean Gene. I think it was coming through the S section just a little bit too much. And, oh, yeah. Around goes Volpis. I don't think he's going to hit anything. Good job avoiding any of the, I guess you could say, obstacles in front of him. But that actually, this is another replay here, Mean Gene. Volpis is going to bring it down to the pits here, I believe.
Yes, he is. I'm looking at it right now. He is driving down on pit road, deciding to come in on lap number 6, not scheduled. So we'll see if maybe he's in his own Volpis window here.
Misses his
early
box for
on.
good measure.
Only going to fall to 13th. But yeah, that is interesting. So, Zach, I did a little bit of research on the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez track here in Mexico City.
Uh-huh. Let me hear it.
Yep. So, translated to English, it means Rodriguez Brothers Racetrack. It is named after Ricardo and Pedro Rodriguez, 2 brothers that ran back in the 1960s. Now, the younger brother, Ricardo, was a child prodigy. This guy was the youngest driver ever to start in the front row in an F1 at age 18. Wow. He never won. unfortunately, he passed away at the age of 20 in 1962 at the Mexican Grand Prix practice. Now, the older brother, Pedro, he won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1968. Pedro also won 2 F1 races. Now, unfortunately, Pedro also did lose his life in the car in 1971 at the age of 31 at Norris Spring in Germany. So both these brothers were amazing drivers. Ricardo
was a misses the corner.
What's he doing?
Let's go and Applegate get together, me and Gene.
What are they doing? I'm telling my story about Pedro and Ricardo.
We're getting a history lesson from Meaneth Geneth over here.
No respect.
And then Applegate decides, you know what? Screw education. Wow, and Lesko gets turned around. We'll take another look at that.
Yeah, he goes off the track, comes back on. Take us, man. What is going on? Look at him.
Well, I guess you could put that more on Lesko with that brutal reentry, honestly. Because I don't really know what Applegate's supposed to do. He follows the normal racing line here, and then Lesko is just like, "Don't mind if I do." Oh man.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming, what does Grant Applegate's car look like now?
Well, I'm gonna take a look.
And look at this, Eamon Novella.
Yeah, Grant Applegate's car looks like he wants second place back from Matt Novella.
Yeah, it does. Let's see. So it'd be the
that front right looks brutal.
Looks a little bit crumpled up, like your piece of paper was from your beautiful history lesson.
I know. I was sad.
I liked it.
Yeah, we were working anyway. 1979, they renamed the track to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, and that is the story of Mexico City.
That is awesome, and this track is very cool. I don't really think there's like really anywhere in America quite like it. It really has an arena type feel, but it's a road course. Not really an arena, right? But it feels like a racetrack, like an oval here in the States. But it's a road course. When you go to somewhere like Sonoma, which you'll see us here on Wednesday, I've been there quite a few times, me and Gene, and it really just feels like a racetrack in the middle of nowhere that you're allowed to go to. Jeez, did you see Tony Iverson in the background there?
Oh, yeah, and meanwhile, Buddy Sully coming up on lap traffic. He's already got by Sanders, Vulpes, Beverly, Guerin, and now he's threatening Clausen and Louis. Oh, it doesn't get any better. He's going to split them.
He's going to split them. He's definitely not nervous about this at all. Why would he be? No, oh, my gosh.
No. He's going to be marked safe from Farmer and don't get sideways.
This is taking years off of my life watching this.
Hey, all right, no problem. I'm sure everyone's going to break just fine.
He did it. What a champion, as Lewis shoots it low. But Buddy Sully able to keep it going.
Brandon was blinking in the background too.
Just for good measure.
57 Wheaties, just to have everyone have a good time.
Why not?
You know, it's wild though. That battle is legit right there. I mean, look at that. Lewis, Clausen, and Guerin, they're battling for 15, 16, and 17. Oh, not going anywhere.
There was a big wreck back there, Mean Gene. Big wreck.
Beverly. Who did he make contact with?
Let's see. John Beverly, and I think it may have been Hunter Hall. Replay coming up right now. Here we go. Here's Bev. A little bit loose through the S's. He hit something, though. Or maybe you just... Uh-oh.
Yeah, he just hit the rail.
Oh, that's Matt Novella. And that's Grant Applegate. Oh, my goodness.
All right, so little bump, though. It wasn't at high speed. I think Novella's going to be able to continue.
Cost him second place, but yeah, you're right. But it did cost him second place, and there is the distance there. What a save by Applegate.
Yeah, Applegate avoiding it.
I just heard an engine blow. I just heard an engine blow.
Yeah, I think that was Beverly. Beverly
I think
went
it was
under the...
Nicholson, or was it not? Okay.
No, he's still...
I have Haller with a crash, and I have Clausen with the crash here, me and Gene. Let's see what happened to Clausen. Because that was
Clausen towed.
Oh, he towed. That was a catastrophic setting wreck I heard there, me and Gene. Uh-oh. That's what I heard. Oh. And that's going to be it for the farmer.
What was he doing? Did he just... I'm watching the replay right now. Oh, gosh, he just came in hot and just unalived himself.
Exactly. Like, just went for it, right?
You know, that happens, though. I think that happens when you come to these newer road courses. I am having a flashback. I think it was an Xfinity race. We were at the Chicago street course.
Wheaties car stopped.
Oh, no, Brandon.
That's Brandon.
I thought he was going to hit that.
That's Garen. Oh God, eat your wheat. Oh, he's just gonna stop it again. Oh, a slowdown penalty there for Garen. That's what that was, Mean Gene.
That makes sense. Yeah, so I remember when we were at Chicago Street Course, and there was a guy that just like blew the turn and went head first into the wall. So
what idiot would do that?
Not the first time we've seen that.
That sounds like
a
guy who has no business on a racetrack and is just
a
moron.
It happened a while ago.
Happened right in front of you?
Ago. No, I mean I was in the front row, but
oh yeah. You're probably leading.
I was smoozing with the fans, so I didn't even know. I just heard the accident and couldn't really see.
Yeah, the guy's probably fired by now.
I was 8 Basil Hayden's into it, so on lap 5, so I don't know what was going on. Meanwhile, I do know what's going on here, and that's
Buddy Sully.
Buddy Sully, 15-second lead over Grant Applegate.
Oh, here comes
Looks
Applegate.
like Applegate's thinking about the pits.
Yes, he is. And one thing that was interesting is they had it down to 10 seconds, Mean Gene, and then that little John Beverly incident happened, and that cost them 3 seconds. So Sully has been able to open up a couple more seconds since then, but they were starting to reel him in. But I'm assuming Novella's car not in perfect condition anymore. Let's see if we can get a good look at it here. It looks...
Yeah, that left front.
Yeah,
trouble.
It's certainly not perfect, right? And like through all this mayhem, Tony Iverson has just been keeping it clean and picking up positions.
Yeah, Tony's only 3 seconds behind Novella. Lesko about 2 seconds behind Iverson as well. Now, we're waiting to see where Applegate and Jay Dargert come out. Those are the two top runners that did go into the pits. Vulpes also went into the pits, but still has a long way to go and a short time to get there. I think this race for Joe Vulpes at this point is just salvage. Now, we are winning, you're in. Remember, Vulpes did win last week when Eric Gambrill took out every leader that got in front of him until Vulpes won on that shootout. And speaking of last week, Colin Bollinger, who led the most races, conspicuously absent today.
Bollinger not here. Granted, it is Memorial Day. People could be out of town, but that is surprising. Have we seen Bollinger try a road course before?
I think so. I think he was at Sonoma.
Okay,
I'll have to
here comes
do a little
Lesko.
bit of research.
So that is going to leave out Novella, Sully, and Iverson. Very interesting.
Yeah, Brad Furrow now going a lap down as well. Good run for Furrow. He's currently in 12th. Once he pits, he definitely will fall back a couple of spots, but you'd have to think Furrow's still going to be running more in the middle of the pack than the back. Furrow, but bad luck for him last week. Remember how well the 5 was running on the high side at Bristol, and then kind of got caught up there at the end. Very unfortunate for the rookie.
Yeah, Furrow did an incredible job last week. Oh my gosh, as Jack Sanders and Buddy Sully almost made contact. That was a scary, scary moment for the leader of this race, and that's why you just never can get too comfortable, Mean Gene. I mean, we can think back about the what's now the Moonlight Series last year. We saw Patrick Calgill dominate Watkins Glen until there was about 3 to go, and he got into it with his brother, and yours truly was able to get by him and win that race. But these things are not over till they're over, and the no cautions, while it can be a great thing, can also be a brutal thing, as you don't have that time to make it up if you do lose time on track. As Buddy Sully going to leave it out for one more lap.
Boy, I thought Jack Sanders was about to hand out a 3-piece combo to Buddy right
Me
there.
as well, my friend. Oh, boy. And okay, so it's like Novella. That is an awkward pit entry.
Yeah, it was. Novella looks like he might have got a little bit loose coming around that corner, but TV camera 2 is not showing.
It is not.
Here we go.
These are some weird cameras we got over here. They did not think that through, did they?
Man. Yeah, he's okay. That wasn't bad. Everything was fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
Yeah, I'm assuming just maybe that car is not handling perfect as well, right? After everything it's been through today. As there's Nick Mills, and then still getting that service done. Very, very long pit road here as well, Mean Gene. Looks like it takes quite a while to get your services done here. And it looks like Applegate spent 57 seconds in the pits. Is that what you're seeing?
Let's take a look. Yes, sir. this 7 seconds.
That is
Meanwhile,
not good.
a couple of drivers calling it a day. Looks like the commish, John Beverly, and Farmer, the 43 of Zach Clausen, both bringing it to the trailer. They have had enough here in Mexico City.
Yeah, they have. This track not for the weak, Mean Gene. I mean, man, I'm not envious of these guys. Normally, most of the time when they're doing road courses, I'm so jealous. All I want to do is be out there with them. But this track is absolutely brutal. I'm so curious of how long Buddy wants to run this. We have 21 to go now this time around. So we're not quite at the halfway point yet. But Sully continuing to leave it out. I'm assuming he wants to make this a one-stopper. If possible, that would be 4 more laps, right? Is Iverson going to bring it down this time?
Exactly.
And I
It
guess
is, yeah. It looks like toning.
if you can't make it a one-stopper, then what you'd want to do, in my opinion, would be to make that last pit stop no tires, fuel only, and as short as possible. We saw a lot of that in the Daytona 500 yesterday. Why they were saving so hard, right? That was a big part of it's gas saving and making that last pit stop as short as possible when tires are not on the list of priorities, which on road courses they sometimes aren't. So we'll have to see what Buddy Sully elects to do here. Incredible he's been able to be this fast while saving this much fuel.
Well, also, I'm wondering, we're talking about different strategies that people might have. Some of these guys just took 2 tires. I'm looking at the lap times. It looks like Novella and Lesko both just took 2 tires. So that's going to affect what they can do next time. I guess that you just take the other side next time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's going to be really, really interesting to see what they decide to do. I would assume that as well. Maybe just, I mean, I think that these guys, clearly a lot of them putting in a lot of practice as well, so they probably would know what to expect in terms of feel, right? A track like this, putting on 2 tires without knowing what exactly it's going to feel like would be scary. And here we go. Buddy Sully with 20 laps to go, going to bring it down. So if our math is correct, he'd pit with like 5 to go?
Yeah. Yep. Come in for a little splash and go. Let's see what he does.
Yeah,
as far as tires go. Because I look down and I see that Iverson and Jay Dargert both took 4. Michael Mata took 4, and then I'm sorry, 2. Looks like Gambrel just took fuel.
Interesting. I'm a fuel only guy. I've won a few road course races that way, beating guys who are far more talented than me. So Buddy's gonna take one side. He had such a big lead, Gene. He could take 4.
Yeah, take it all.
Out. Yeah. So I guess
now he's getting out of the car to go to the bathroom, and now he's back. Yeah, he had plenty of time. So yeah, he's still got the ice cream.
He's gonna come out of here, and that lead is gonna be gargantuan. Oh my goodness! Is it 45 seconds?
Look at Joe Vulpes. Look at Joe. He's like, ah.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh my god, what else is gonna happen to me today? Yeah, Vulpes,
give me my lap back.
Vulpes now on older tires, and Vulpes did talk to us before this race, and he quote unquote said, "I suck here." And I'm not saying that Vulpes does, because he certainly doesn't. He doesn't suck here at all. But it has been tough, and certainly some guys are lights out fast here, and that's kind of fun sometimes. I was actually talking to one of our fellow drivers yesterday about Darlington, and he said, "I hate Darlington," and I said, "I love Darlington because everybody hates Darlington." And sometimes when you choose a track to really work your butt off on that you know other people are unfamiliar with and are not going to have the time to work on, you can do what Buddy Sully's doing right now.
Yeah, Buddy just laying it down, doing his best Buddy Sully impression here, letting everybody know. I'm back. Y'all must have forgot. I won season 3. This thing not over. I'm just getting faster every single race that I show up. He wants to make it 6 winners in 6 races.
Did you see that?
Like yours truly might have projected.
Yeah, you did. Happened? Watch this. I'm just gonna go back here. Watch Lesko here, me and Gene, on the through the S's. Just watch the tire barrier here. Watch. God, millimeters away from that thing is Lesko, and so Lesko currently holding off Novella for that 2nd place position and using just every inch of the racetrack. I cannot stress it enough. Like places like the Glen, I'll try to exit low through 1, right? Not have to use up that whole curb, but that is no such thing happening here. There you see Matt Novella using all the runoff there. Clearly no track limit violations here at Mexico, which is how it should be with these stock cars. As you see Jack Sanders not trying to give out any more heart attacks, going to pull to the inside here. Let these 2 by. Oh, let one of them by. Oh, jeez.
Yep. Oh, meanwhile, the little close battle back there, too. Check out Mata, Gambrel, and Mickelson. They're all getting a little close to each other once again. Tell you what, Zach, everybody has pitted now at this point in the race. We're almost halfway. Why not? Let's give a shout out to one of our sponsors, KK Woodscapes, donating the trophy for the champion of the league this year, KK Woodscapes.
Yeah, KK Woodscapes, an awesome company, and let's just hit them with the audio in this commercial. We'll talk to you guys in a minute.
Yeah.
Here at KK Woodscapes, we only work with the finest woods, the finest tools. We sand the wood here at KK Woodscapes. We stir the paint with a wooden stick here at KK Woodscapes. And then we brush the wood with a wooden brush here at KK Woodscapes. And when it's all said and done, we have these perfectly manicured nails. Put the plaques in the trophies, in the envelopes, ship them to your box, and on your way to you to commemorate your special day. Got wood, KK Woodscapes.
Great wood right there, and man, we missed some Brad Furrow Hunter Hall drama, me and Gene. Let's see what happened here.
No, what are they doing?
All right, so this is Furrow first. He had a series of crashes that we got in our data here, and I don't see Hunter Hall anywhere nearby quite yet. As this is, oh, around he goes right in front of. Is that?
Bam!
Yeah, that is. And then so there's the first one, and we're not done yet. Apparently, me and Gene.
He says, "I'm back."
Yeah, he's gonna come back on the track. And that's Nick Mills behind Furrow. And, oh, one more. Two more.
He's on the wall.
We're straight again. We're good. We're good. And now for this long straightaway, I'll fast forward and we'll see if we're done. I don't think we are, though, unfortunately. And here we go, me and Gene into the next set of corners. Furrow gonna do this. And if he makes this one, we'll... Okay, so Furrow gets it together well. And then a lap afterwards, Steve Lewis... does a little one of these. Lewis just, keeps it together, misses the S's there, really giving a lot of people problems there. Are those S's, and that's going to slow down Mata and that whole group. But Lewis doing the right thing and pretty much just parking it, letting them by. And then Skirwick with a little bit of an issue, it appears. And that's the same place, me and Gene. Look at this. These S's giving everyone issues. Is Skirwick, so far so good. Oh, big hit for the 23. And Lewis wasn't done yet, me and Gene.
Louis Moore?
Yeah, we got one more. He wasn't done yet. The Carnivore. And there he is. Oh, and it looks like the 46 of Gambrel misses that corner. Louis gonna get counted for wrecking there, but he didn't wreck. He was once again letting people by. So Louis doing the right thing.
And now Louis out of gas.
No, he's not. Oh.
Yeah, he's just parking it.
Are we gonna see a caution? Oh, I thought we'd maybe see a caution for once.
Louis, you can't do that.
You can't.
I was wondering when he was going to pit.
Louis, that's like now, 2 or 3 races in a row.
All right, now how about this for some good stuff? We were talking about Buddy Sully running away with this thing. All of a sudden, that gap, Lesko is just 14 seconds behind.
Yeah, he's
now
doing it.
Sully is improving his lap speeds though, so he is quicker each lap. But again, only 14 back, and then Lesko with a 4-second lead over Matt Novella. Novella has a 2-second lead over Tony Iverson. So those top 4 guys kind of running their own pace right now out there here today. And Darter, the rookie, has moved up into the 5th position. He's got the lapped car of Ryan Holler right behind him, but should be pulling away.
Yeah, he's doing a good job there. Oh, Mata off the track. That will open it up for Wyatt Mickelson. And behind them is Grant Applegate trying to make up some positions. But right there, Michael Mata a little bit tight going through those corners into the grass. Going to have to get those tires cleaned up. Him and Mickelson were going at it for a few laps there, putting on a show. But man, it's tight here.
Oh, how about Eric Gambrel? He tried to undercut on the track and just went right off as well, trying to get around Brad Furrow.
Do you see the paint scheme?
Yeah, the menace. He's got him. I mean, that is a oh gosh, what's the right word for that? Low budget. That is a low budget paint scheme.
That's a Microsoft paint scheme. It is, and I love it. I mean, Eric Gambrel, I have made contact with him in the past 3 races I've been in, and the fault has been completely evenly distributed. today being my fault. Gambrel just an aggressive driver, but he's been really enjoying the fruits of that labor lately, Mean Gene. Gambrel got to be in a good mood right now. He is, I think, the only driver in this field right now working double duty. He also raced the DDIRL ARCA series, which we'll talk about in just a bit. And Gambrel brought that thing to victory lane. So Gambrel coming off a win just a couple hours ago.
Yeah, at the Rock and the ARCA cars, very difficult. That track, very, very tough on those ARCA cars. 1 and 2, really a difficult turn. And Gambrel was able to hold on. So from great chasing there by Brandon Lawless, by you, really exciting race there that we saw in the season opener, season 2 for the DDIRL ARCA series. And ladies and gentlemen, not too late to get involved. You see, you got the one drop race that could have been the Rock, so you would be eligible for that chase format championship at the end. You do get the faster pair. You got the KK Woodscapes trophy live broadcast as well. Get in there early. Not too late to sign up, and you could do battle with the menace, Eric Gambrel, Brandon Ybarra, Brandon Lawless, Chris Cowgill, Patrick Cowgill, Zach Panzarella. Get in now.
Yeah, I got a loaded roster over there already. Patrick Cowgill will be making his return next week. Excited to see him back on track, fresh with a new rig that he'll be sitting on as, oh my goodness. Who was that?
It's a new way around the track. It's just a little penalty. It's fine.
That was Furrow. I mean, that was the leader behind him, but Buddy Sully. So doing the right thing, being like, here, I'll open up this corner for you. How about the whole corner? But yeah, a lot of fun over there today. And oh my goodness, as Jack Sanders goes to the pit right in front of Buddy Sully. It's a maze out there for Sully. Gosh, he's got a big lead, but it is definitely not easy out there for him, as Gambrel going to bring down the pit now. But yeah, that was a really fun race today. And like you said, that one drop race, that's a big thing. Last year in the season 1, I finished, I think there was 30 or something drivers in that first race, and I did not do well. I finished in 17th place or something. Came back the next week, finished in 9th. Came back the next week, finished in 11th. And at that point, I was starting to feel like, okay, I got to do something if I want to have a chance at this championship. Buckled down, made sure that first race was my drop race, and was able to win that championship with a good end of the season. But long way of saying that is, it is by no means over there. Still small numbers over there. Got that drop race, and there's a chase over there this year. Not running the Winston Cup stands that they ran last year. So all you got to do is get to that chase, and you'll have a chance at a DDIRL ARCA championship. And the same goes for any of these drivers who want to run double duty. They are more than welcome to. Those races are guaranteed to be over by the time the practice session opens for this race.
Yeah, it just gives you a little extra practice. You know, maybe you want to jump into that MRL Friday Night Thunder series, which is also ARCA. Get a little double. Yeah, you know, you get twice a week in the ARCA car, get it cooking. Buddy Sully, now that gap, it keeps fluctuating over Nate Lesko. 13 second, 14 seconds. So Nate trying to hold pace with him, but after that contact that Lesko had early on with Grant Applegate, that cost both of them a lot of time.
Yeah, so look at this front end of Lesko too. Let me see if I can get a. Yeah, see that front end of Lesko's? That can't be helping, right? Especially down that long front stretch.
Yeah, not as quick as he used to be.
Oh, very nice. I enjoyed that. But yeah, there he is. Took up about a half a second that lap. I think the previous lap, the reason why he gained some space was that little near run-in with Jack Sanders. Probably costing Buddy Sully about a second or so. But right now, I think Buddy Sully, 13 to go. I think this is at the point, right, Mean Gene, where you can start to do a little bit of math in your head and think, okay, if I run less than a second slower than him every lap, I'm going to win this race. So I have a second of delta every lap right now. There is no reason to push.
No, I think Buddy Sully's got to be pleased where he is. Congratulations also, Buddy Sully taking the stage at the completion of lap 18.
Congratulations,
so
Buddy, for that.
Buddy now leading every lap.
Wow.
Buddy took the stage.
The pole.
And Buddy took the pole. So also congratulations to Buddy Sully for taking the Sim and Destroy Racing Company Pole Award. That's right. All year long, Sim and Destroy Racing Company bringing us the Pole Award, backing racers who earn it every lap, Many drivers are Sim and Destroy factory drivers, and maybe you could be too. How do you find out? You want to get out in touch with Kevin Kyle. Let him know what series you're running. You get him the airtime, and he might get you one of them sweet T-shirts. That inventory always grow in Sim and Destroy Racing Company. Reach out, check out that apparel. You're going to want one of those slick T-shirts.
Yeah, I can vouch for the printing quality as well. He is topped by yours truly, and if you like DDI merch, then I can guarantee you that what's going on with Sim and Destroy will be just as high quality. Kevin with a big priority and emphasis of high quality gear. Not so much worried about profit margins, just really wanting to get these drivers in some awesome and high quality shirts. And I mean, when I say high quality, I mean both the apparel itself. So, like the shirt itself, that's important that a lot of graphic companies look over, like, we'll just throw it on a Fruit of the Loom and call it a day. Nah. Let's throw it on a nice, soft, 100% cotton t-shirt that you're going to enjoy wearing, that your wife can even like. And then let's also put a beautiful, oversized design on it. And instead of doing some basic third-party printing, let's do it ourselves so we can do the proper sizing on the shirt. Shout out to Kevin Kyle for spending the money and doing it the right way.
Yeah, he was kind of offended when he saw some of the shirts that were $35 that were advertised over the weekend.
No, it's for real,
the Cup guys. He did not like that. So affordable, good cotton. Not going to get the polyester straight out of Bangladesh that's going to make you scratch. You're going to get some nice stuff you could wear to bed. And it's oversized logos, but it's not 1990s logos.
No,
okay.
not sublimation style, but just that big,
yeah, no Vanilla Ice size, pink and purple. It's okay.
Exactly. I just hate when, like, you buy a shirt and you can so clearly tell it's from, like, some fulfillment center, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, cool, that logo looked a lot bigger on the website.
Well, the jump continues for Buddy Sully here, looking so good. We do still have 7 cars on the lead lap. Michael Mata doing his best.
He's going to pit now,
Sully he gets around him. Mata on the way out.
So it looks like he will go lap down. So it's just Mills now, actually.
And Mills $1:24 behind. It takes about 1:32 for Buddy Sully to get around this track. Oh, Sanders loose again in front of our leader.
Oh my goodness!
So you have to.
Why?
Man, Jack's making it work.
He really is. And look at this. I mean, Gene. First of all, let's give a big shout out to Jay Dargert, who has moved up to 4th place very quietly, doing a wonderful job. But on the flip side of that, and not picking on him, but oh man. This race has, and it seems like it's been since that contact on the exit of that corner, has really fallen apart for Matt Novella. What looked like what it was going to be a potential win is now fallen down to holding on to a top 5, and that's Wyatt Mickelson right behind him.
Yeah, heavy contact there for Novella, getting into it there with John Beverly, and we've seen the 56 fade since then. Same story could be said for Applegate, the 14, when he and Lesko got together. Then you saw Applegate take
both of them. Yeah, you're right.
53-second pit, and that kind of slowed him down. Another road course veteran, Joe Volpis, gave himself a couple of spinneroonies. And unless your name's Booker T, you don't really want the spinneroonie to be in your game.
He's only done 2. You got to do 5 time if you want to do it like Booker T. But there's
a lot of laps left. You got 10 laps left. You can do it.
It's true. When there's a will, there's a way, and we know Joe Volpis never gives up. God, they get close to that tire barrier. I don't know how they do that. Maybe it just looks that bad on the broadcast, but it sketches me out every time. But yeah, Dargert.
I don't know. Go in car with Joe. See what happened. Let's just see it.
One on board with Joe Volpis because he does seem to be the one who's pushing pretty hard. Let's do a lap around Mexico City, and God, they yaw this thing down. That's first gear, Mean Gene. So first gear through here, and then we're gonna keep it in first, still in first. Really patient on the throttle. I'm assuming I'm gonna see some big looseness through here. Look at how loose you are. Yeah, called that. He's up to 2nd, 3rd, 4th right there. I think we'll probably get to 5th before we get to the turn. And then I'm assuming, Mean Gene, I think we're about to go all the way down to 1st here. Here we go. 1, 2, 2nd gear, 1st gear. Yep, we're all the way down to 1st. And then there's these really tight S's. 1st tire barrier, I think you're gonna hit. Barely doesn't hit it. 2nd one, I think you're gonna hit. Doesn't hit it there. And that's not even the scary ones. And then we get through that corner, up to 2nd gear, up to 3rd, Volp is such a solid driver, so smooth, so impressive. Really using the engine braking there to slow down the car so he can keep it in second gear as opposed to having to go all the way down to first, trying to roll it well right there. He's now going to likely go down to first here. No, he's going to keep it in second to roll it. Really nice rolling here by Joe. And here is those tire barriers that are scaring me. And here is Steve Lewis that he has to work his way around. Gets around Lewis on the inside there. Another set of barriers that he has to work around. And this is the one. Whoa, I guess it's the angle looks better in the race car, but geez, it still scares me. Now let's see what it looks like with Buddy Sully now. Just so smooth, Mean Gene. This is one of those things on road courses, and it's always so interesting to me where it doesn't oftentimes necessarily visually look and feel faster, but it's just so smooth. And wow, that felt close. What to pay attention to is the lack of decreasing your speed. It's not so much driving the car hard, it's just sailing it through, skiing through these corners.
And look at the throttle when he's going over the barrier or the rubber bumpers there. No throttle.
Yep.
His speed is fine. Look at that. And then get over the bump, and now I'm straight and I gun it.
Yep, and look how much he prioritizes keeping the wheel straight. And that's why he gets so much looser there, as my connection decides to be mean to us. But what a great job there by Buddy Sully. And it's going to be fun. We'll leave his onboard right after this set of corners. I'm curious to see how he takes this first set of S's. And I think we're going to see a lot of the same here. I think a lot more speed carried through these S's than we saw from Volpus is what we'll see here. He's just, wow.
Let's go to the pits.
So Lesko going to bring it down. And man, I could watch that all day, Mean Gene. I could watch Buddy Sully do his thing all day.
So Nate Lesko is going to take it in the pits. That's going to turn over second place to Tony Iverson. Iverson 25 seconds behind your Sim and Destroy Racing Company pole position winner, Buddy Sully. Led every lap, fastest lap on the course, just making it look easy.
We are 8 laps away from a Grand Slam, first one we've had in a long time.
Yeah, since last year, right? When we saw Fisher do it at Sonoma.
Fisher got the Grand Slam. I believe he did. He led every lap, right?
Yes, he did.
Yep, and these are really only possible at road courses. We actually saw Hillman pull one off over in the MRL series last year. He pulled off a Grand Slam over at Mid-Ohio, I believe it was. Brilliant drive from Alex Sonnen. But here we go. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Nick Mills next. Nick Mills next. You can see the gap is closing there.
Oh, it's getting close. I wonder if Buddy will even prioritize making that pass, or if he will just kind of let Mills drive away in the sunset. And also, we are about likely 3 laps away from time for Buddy Sully.
Here comes Buddy.
Now. Yep, he's coming in now. Never mind. So a little bit earlier than we anticipated, but why not get out of the way now, right?
All right, so it makes me wonder who pushed this thing 17 or 18 laps on
here comes Iverson.
One stop. So if you look, it's like Lewis and Jack Sanders made it to 17, but nobody else is close to that.
And Iverson's going to bring it down, which keeps the Grand Slam alive. And Buddy Sully, my guess here is fuel only. Oh, we're going to take tires. Lesko took only fuel, so this will cost Buddy a second or two. Not much, unless he takes the other side. He's going to take the other side. So this will give Lesko about 5 seconds on him. I don't think it will matter too much. Buddy Sully thinking, I've been practicing with 4 tires. I'm going to leave 4 tires on it. And when you dominate this much, you might as well enjoy it. So let's see where Lesko is. Oh, wow.
Yeah, about 35, 40 seconds behind.
And then there's Iverson. I think Iverson elected to take none, is from what I can see, Mean Gene. I'm seeing 6 seconds there.
Yeah, he had to do that. He had to match what Nate Lesko did.
Yeah, that's who he's racing. Yeah, very good point. And that it's still, it looks like 9 seconds separating the two. Lesko only 8 seconds behind Buddy Sully now, but that is going to go up. Lesko on old tires, Buddy Sully on freshies.
Yeah, Buddy making the call there.
It looks like
Hunter Hall. Into the Hunter Hall, having the adventure of a lifetime here today in Mexico City.
In 14th, though, not giving up. As Jay Dagger in the pits. Oh, no. No, Mean Gene, no.
What are we looking at?
You ready?
Did he tow it?
Yeah. He did. What happened here? Did he run out of fuel, Mean Gene? What happened?
He either blew it up or ran out of fuel. We'll keep an eye.
Yeah, is he still in the pit? He's still in the pits.
Yeah, he's getting towed. It's a long tow at this
Oh, it's a
kind of
tow,
spot.
right. We get to see him. And then I also have this in my data. Let's see if this is anything.
That's Grant.
Yeah, this is Grant. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh,
Don't you? Yeah, don't do it.
good save.
Whoa.
Good save. If there ever was one, that's a good save right there.
Yeah, Grant being shown as the last.
Here comes Dagger.
The first car.
What went wrong there, Mean Gene? Oh, what a heartbreak.
Yep. Lost 2 minutes and 17 seconds there. That's going to put Daggert a lap down. And he is, oh, golly, about 11 seconds. Daggert is behind Grant Applegate.
That is so unfortunate, as now Sully going to be working on Michael Mata. This is when the race gets really difficult. Got to work. Oh, Michael Mata, class act. Going to let Sully go. I always forget those two are friends. As there goes Sully, driving away in the sunset. 10 laps to go from a grand slam. I'm sorry, 10 seconds, 6 laps. My fault.
Yep, making it happen right here. That's that 21, looking to be the 6th winner in 6 races.
That's awesome.
And then
too.
and then next week, Chicagoland.
Anything can happen.
That could be a Nick Mills win
Matt
right
Novella,
there. That could be
yeah.
a Novella win. Hell, the way he's running, it could be an Eric Gambrell win.
Right. Gambrell been so good, and almost like that as Jack Sanders off the track in front of Volpis. Gambrell gonna go to his inside. This is for position. And Volpis is just gonna not use the racetrack, I guess.
No, he don't need the track.
Yeah,
He's like,
screw
it's too
that.
slick.
Yeah. And Volpis, I'm assuming, will have a slowdown there, but it's up to him when he wants to serve that. This track's so slow, I feel like you could probably serve it pretty naturally.
So 6 cars on the lead lap. Nick Mills, who did go a lap down, had already taken his second pit stop. So now Nick with about a 34-second lead over getting lapped again.
Oh!
Don't you do it, Nick. Don't you get jinxed. Don't you get jinxed, Nick.
You almost did it. You tried your best, Mean Gene.
We'll put this voodoo doll back in the case.
Please, for the love of gosh. We only have 5 laps left. It's that one tire barrier that I've been saying so much about. That thing is starting to freak these guys out a little bit. As Daggert is back in the pits. You know what I'm starting?
He must have got.
You know what I'm starting to think it is?
penalty.
I think it. You know what I think it might be, Mean Gene? I think it could be a equipment issue. Because he did just pull it out, and now my connection's being terrible.
Oh no!
I know. It'll come back. It always does. Yep, we're back.
All right, he's rolling now.
Daggert is.
All right, Daggert rolling again.
Okay.
Behind him, Wyatt Mickelson coming in for his second pit stop.
Because we're not seeing any damage. And there's Nicholson coming out of his pits.
Yep. Mickelson, fuel only.
Smart at this point in the race. Let's see where Mata is to him. Mata's going to be quite a bit behind him, so he should be able to hold on to that position.
Now, let me ask you this. Just curious, okay? If you're Wyatt Mickelson, you're 25 seconds behind Nick Mills. You're, what do you want to say? 13 seconds ahead of Michael Mata. You could have taken right side.
Yeah, you could have. You could have done that math in your head right there and thought, yeah, I am in a position to where I can take these tires if I want them. But sometimes you think you have that figured out, and then you exit the pits, and all of a sudden it's closer than you wanted.
Here comes Buddy.
Yeah, or that, right? Just thinking I don't want to deal with that. And or if he's near me, I at least want to have fresher tires to not wreck him. As Sully, yeah, he has had his fair share of drama. I think one guy has also been uncharacteristically, I mean, it's a road course, but quiet today, but just so solid. Tony Iverson, he's right now in position to take home a podium finish.
Yeah, I'm very surprised there. I shouldn't be. Tony puts in a lot of time on the rig, but he's never been a guy that we've said, oh, we're on a road course.
Right,
watch out for, the Undertaker. But here he is today. He's always been in the top 5 since the very get-go, had good runs, kept that car clean. Best lap was only less than 1 second off of what Buddy Sully did. In fact, as I look down, Iverson had the second fastest lap only to Buddy Sully.
That is incredibly impressive. And I think this is a little bit overdue to see Iverson this strong on a road course, Mean Gene, because one thing that I think Jordan Fisher is the perfect example of it. I always think that's weird is when someone is exceptional on ovals but weak on road courses. I always think, like, how did you figure out how to get so much out of a race car, but you can't do it on a road course? Because for me, it was the opposite. I started on road courses, I went to oval, and I already kind of knew how to maximize a race car, and that made ovals really easy to me. Or not easy, I don't want to say easy at all, but I think it made the learning curve shorter to me. I think you've seen that happen with Jordan Fisher, Jason Landry, two guys who are just absolutely world-class and dominant that came over from the road course side and picked up ovals within a calendar year, and not just picked them up, but became a dominant force that was better than the oval drivers. And then you see guys like Joseph Volpus, David Owens, who are extremely solid oval drivers and bring that same muscle to the road courses. I'd like to put myself in that box as well, but I don't think I'm as strong as those two are in ovals. But it's always been really weird to me when you don't have that road course part figured out. And this is just more evidence that Tony Iverson is, believe it or not, Mean Gene, really good at this.
I think that it's that middle of the turn speed on the ovals, the way that you identify when you can get away with, I'm going to brake, but I'm going to do 10% throttle. I'm at 20. Now I'm at 40. You know, that whole heel toe action. And that's exactly, I think, how you succeed here is being able to recognize when that happens. And boy, it just comes at you a whole lot faster, of course, setting up for the turn, finding that preferred lane. But, you know, I think you're right that it should translate. Middle of the turn speed is what makes you win on these ovals, but that's also what's going to help you get around here. And somebody like Buddy, just being able to roll it, and so far so good. We haven't seen him gun it when he's coming over those barriers. Now, let me get out my Buddy Sully voodoo doll.
Right, his driver's in front of him.
You know, because they sell the voodoo dolls of all the drivers here at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez.
Formula One pricing.
Yes, you got to make that happen. So lap 34, Buddy Sully coming around looking for that white flag as he is ticking off these laps. Now he's got Mickelson in front of him, finally going to put the 6th place car of Mickelson a lap down. 5 drivers on that lead lap. Nick Mills in 5th has about a 20-second lead over Buddy Sully. So he would finish on the lead lap, depending on what happens over the next 2.5 minutes.
Yes, says Buddy Sully. What a drive by Sully. I mean, we were talking a lot about this race as Jack Sander is going to wait patiently for Sully to get around him. But we talked a lot about this. We thought this race was signed, sealed, and delivered for Grant Applegate if Jordan Fisher did not show up. Fisher decided to give these guys a break, but Buddy Sully was clearly working all week to perfect this track, and now he's going to take the white flag. He has led every lap. He has gotten the pole. He has put down the fastest lap of the race. This has been a brilliant drive from the 21.
Gonna try his best to close this thing out strong. He is about a minute and 10 seconds away from putting his name on the first ever road course run for Monday Night Mayhem here at the Rodriguez Brothers Racetrack. Buddy Sully looking so good. Behind him, 15 seconds behind now, Nate Lesko, the rookie, looking to continue his position on the leaderboard, as is Tony Iverson, Matt Novella, Nick Mills, all playoff drivers right now. Guys, you got to be really happy for, though. Wyatt Mickelson, the 51, running in 6th, continuing to move up the leaderboard. Michael Mata, that's another guy I should have said something about when I mentioned Chicagoland. Sully with a scary moment.
Oh my God, Mean Gene. Why?
That could have been the end, huh?
Oh, man.
Look at Mickelson.
And there's smoke in front of him. Yeah, it's like, I want my lap back. I'm going to finish the lap. Nicholson misses the corner. He almost hits the wall, and now, buddy, just park. Dude, just chill.
Yep. Look at Brandon. Brandon Guerin's like, no,
that's smoke.
I don't want nothing to do with this.
That scared the living hell out of me. Okay, sorry, continue. Front stretch, Buddy
Here
Sully.
It is, around the last turn. Buddy Sully on the front stretch. Gonna get Mickelson back on the lead lap. Buddy Sully about 100 yards away. And there it is. Congratulations to Buddy Sully, your champion here today at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez road course. Buddy Sully taking the win, punching his ticket into the championship. 12, 6 winners in 6 races. This league just bringing the competition, Zach.
This is incredible, me and Gene. We predicted this could happen, and Buddy Sully makes it happen. And you can call him Buddy Sully, or you can call him Freddie Freeman, because that was the grand slam. He led every lap. He put it on the pole. He put down the fastest lap, and he won the damn race. And of course, by doing all that, he won the stage 2. Max points, 50 plus for Buddy Sully. That's going to shoot him up in the running order for the points and be a big advantage for his championship pursuit. Buddy Sully, what a drive. And man, Mean Gene, out of all of our 6 winners, I think we expected the other 5. We knew Buddy could do it, and I bet our competition did not want to see this.
No, you don't want to see Buddy get into that rhythm, and I think that's where we are. We saw him take last year off, and now he's back full time on an amazing team, that High Side Hustler team. Him, Iverson, Eric Thornton, who did miss today. Who's their 4th? Iverson,
Thornton,
Grant Applegate.
Yeah, they picked up Applegate.
They picked up the season 5 last year's champion, Applegate, to come in. So we're still looking at a few guys on the track. This thing about to wrap up, but official, you can see it right there. Buddy Sully with the win.
Now I got him.
Nate Lesko gonna come home in second. Tony Iverson with the podium. Congratulations. Matt Novella 4, Nick Mills 5, and there's the donuts in the background. Wyatt Mickelson, great run 6, Michael Mata 7, Grant Applegate, early trouble but continued 8. Good run there by Zerwick as he's going to come home in 9th, and the Menace gets his way into the top 10, overtaking Joe Vulpes there on the last lap.
And then beyond that, Jay Dargert had a brilliant drive. He had a top 5 going, if not a podium. And then some late misfortune. We'll find out what that was, and we'll let you guys know. Take Dargert out of the position that he did really belonged in. He's going to finish 12th. 13th place belonging to Ryan Holla, another driver who had a great run going. That's a misfortune. He's going to end up 2 laps down. Hunter Hall able to keep it clean enough to finish 14th, only 3 laps down. Great job by Hall. Brendan Guerin, 4 laps down and 15th. 16th going to belong to Steve Lewis, 4 laps down. Jack Sanders, we saw him on screen a lot. He got their sponsors their money's worth. He'll end up in 17th. Brad Burrow, 18th, 13 laps down. And now we get to the used car lot, which consists of Zach Clausen, the farmer, and Jay Bed, the commish.
Yeah, tough day for both those guys, calling it early, parking it, and doing the best they could with what they had. Tough track. Congratulations to all the drivers for participating today. That's $14.95 out of the budget, $12.95 if you've already purchased 40 items. So bravo to everybody who did that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up the race portion of our broadcast. But the broadcast is not over, because now it's post-race time. The post-race show brought to you by the High Side Hustlers. Thank you so much, Tony Iverson, for your support. Tony Iverson and the High Side Hustlers Motorsports team sponsoring post-race activities all year long. Thank you, Tony, for your sponsorship. Congratulations, Tony, for your 3rd place finish here today. And now let's hunt down our but before we do that, let's show you something awesome.
Yeah, man, Gene, I'm excited to show these guys this, and we will see you guys in a couple of minutes with our drivers. And it's pretty awesome, because this is Buddy Sully's brother who made this song. Cool.
Good luck, guys. Let's have a good first race of the season. And, of course, let's make it a good one.
Shards of glass in my veins, every step a jagged refrain. Crawling through the static haze, burning skin against the blaze. Is it worth it to keep moving when the edge is calling me? Push past the pain, feel it break, feel it crack through the against the grind, blood and sweat. It rewinds, echo scream, can't ignore. Walls crumble, show me more. Will it end here or go deeper? What's the cost of breaking free? Push past the pain, feel it break, feel it crack through the static, no turning back. Push pain, every scream, every scar. I'll find out who we really are. I'll find out who we really
Wow. Big shout out to Buddy Sully for that editing audio. Shout out to his brother who did the music.
So
that was
good.
recorded there, and all the drivers that were part of that video. That, whew, man, that's a high bar, Zach.
He's going to have to add himself to it, me and Gene, because that was all our winners, and now we got one more. He's going to have to add himself to his own video, but shout out to his brother. Like, when we first got given that, I was like, yeah, we can't play that. We're going to get copyright claim for playing professional music. And he's like, no, it's my brother. I'm like, what? Like, that is really, really good. So, yeah, big shout out to them.
Of course, now his brother's got to spy the short hairs. He's like, you know what? You know what, boys? Now that I think about it, I'm going to need half.
A pretty penny.
I'm going to need half. But, ladies and gentlemen, enough with the small talk. Here he is, Mr. Winner of today's race at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, Buddy Sully, the 21 high-side hustler. Buddy Sully, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling all right. How'd you guys like that?
Oh my gosh. I mean, well, what did he miss, Zach? Like, the pole, right?
Yeah.
Fastest lap.
Most laps led.
Every lap led.
The stage.
Best editing highlight.
Yeah. That was the sound of the crack of a bat, Buddy Sully, because you just hit yourself a grand slam, my friend.
Man, you hit for and then you hit for the cycle as well, just to
yes, sir.
Make it magical. All right, buddy. Been a minute since you've been in victory lane. You took last year off. We've seen you improve every week. I'm gonna ask you the John Wick question. Are you back in?
Yeah, I think the rust is knocked out all the way now. So I don't think there's any more rust left. I did put a lot of time into this track. That's the only thing that I can say. I was working on this track before Bristol. I wasn't fast naturally. The amount of laps that I put into this was probably 8 or 9 races worth of laps. It's up there.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was impressive to watch. You had a little bit of challenge early. You had two guys that were trying to keep up with you in Lesko and Applegate, and then Nate went off the track. He came back in a little wild. He and Applegate made contact. Applegate with the extended pit stop, and then Lesko kept trying to run. He stayed about 14 seconds behind you the whole time. Were you even concerned with that gap? Or were you pushing to keep 14? Or was it just let me hit my marks and do what I need to do?
No, I didn't want to risk it. I knew I had a 14-second lead, and all I had to do is maintain that 14-second lead. Even if we both have to stop, there's no. I took 4 tires every stop. I never skipped it. I really didn't see a reason to. So there was a lot of a cushion there that just had me maintain that lead instead of trying to push it, possibly wreck, and who knows what else could have happened.
Now, speaking of wrecking, Zach, didn't we see a moment?
A few.
Wasn't there a little brown pant moment?
Oh yeah, the last lap.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys get my last lap? Almost putting the nose into the.
I feel like you owe me a pair of pants for that one. You owe me pants for that one.
What was that about?
I was talking in Discord, missed my break point, and then I wanted to keep my 0x. So I was like, oh, I can still make this. And then I saw the barrier coming up and basically just had to come to a complete stop so that I didn't break the car, because that would be one way to go out and lose a race, right? Very last lap, last little section. It would have been funny, but I am thankful that it didn't happen.
Ugh. That was something, buddy. That was truly something. Got anything else for me and Gene?
No, I mean, buddy, congratulations. Welcome back. You're on an amazing team with Grant, Eric, and Tony. I don't think that you could be in a better position. You just shared with us the work that you're putting in. Do you got enough room around that waist for another belt, or what's the ceiling for Buddy Sully here in season number 6?
Yeah, we're just going to play it out and see what happens. This kind of knocked the rust off of the getting used to the pedals and the wheel and all that stuff. I think I still have a little bit of work to get back to where I was with Oval, though. But we'll see what happens.
Wow, the guy that just hit for the cycle, saying he's still got some work to do. That's what it takes to win out there, ladies and gentlemen. Is figuring out where you can improve. Every game a matter of inches, and looking to gain those inches. Those inches equal seconds. Those seconds add up to minutes, and those minutes add up to trophies. And that's what we saw here today. Anybody want to give a shout out to, buddy?
Yeah, my wife. She has had a lot of patience the last 2 weeks as I tried to prep for this, but definitely her let me do it, and I'm not getting too upset over everything. And then got to shout out Grant and Tony and all the High Side Hustler people that run with us every week. If it wasn't for Grant, I probably would have wiped out that first lap. He was definitely in my ear warning me that we were 3 wide going into turn 1. So that was definitely a little bit of a lifesaver. You guys up in the broadcast booth and VRN and all that stuff. It's all a good thing you guys have going on. So definitely a lot of fun.
Well, I think it's a good thing that we got going on. Buddy Sully, of course, one of the founders of this, along with Zach and I, making all of the things possible that you see on here. Buddy's patience and diligence in his editing and programming as well, doing so much to get this thing started. If we had a Mount Everest of the Vortex Racing Network founders, Buddy Sully's face would be right up there.
Out. I totally agree. None of this would have been possible if it wasn't for you. We would not be here. You're just as much responsible as any of us are.
Like, it would be exciting cam. Scream. Exciting cam with us talking.
Sim Racing
awesome.
Hub, or Sim Racing, or whatever that stupid software is. That leaderboard.
Yep. Buddy Sully, your winner here tonight, guarantees a spot in the round of 12. See you next week at Chicagoland, buddy. Go give that wife a hug.
Buddy.
Fruit. Yes, sir.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Wow, what a great, it couldn't happen to a better guy either. No. He's been knocking on the door, and he comes back here today, and he reminds everybody, hey, pals.
My world.
I'm the guy. Yeah, I'm the guy. I took a break. I let y'all get faster, but now I'm back.
Yep.
So thanks for keeping my seat warm. Daddy's home.
The boys are back in town. Buddy Sully is back, and yeah, he's not gonna get any worse, Mean Gene. He's only gonna get faster.
No, he's gotten faster every week.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can pull down our second place winner.
Got milk.
As he continues to get faster and faster. And that's going to be Nate Lesko. Nate Lesko, you got Mean Gene and Zach Panzarella in the booth. You hear us, buddy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
I can't call you buddy because there's actually a guy named Buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't say that anymore. Do you hear us, Nate? There it is.
I was about to be like, you can't, that's not Buddy. But yeah, great
I want
drive,
to be
Nick.
buddy. I want to be buddy.
Yeah, I think we all do right now. Wow. So yeah, I guess take me through that, Nate. You're still, relatively new to this league. We're still learning you a little bit here on Monday nights. So tell me, I guess, what you expected here, what your road course racing background is like, because you looked very, very good out there. And was this, much like a lot of these other guys here, was this your first time at this racetrack?
No, I've had this racetrack. I mean, I mostly just test here and there with road courses. I don't do too many officials. But yeah, maybe 10% of the time on iRacing, I do road courses.
Nice. Okay, so you knew your way around this, and then so what were the expectations coming into this race? And take me through the day. We have you on screen right now, and we see that little frowny face that your front bumper is doing.
Show that, don't show that.
Oh, yeah, then you don't have to watch don't watch like 40 minutes into this thing. We definitely didn't do a close up on it or anything. But yeah, I didn't entirely see when that happened, so take us through that, and then how you were able to hold on to a second place finish. Good job there.
Okay, well, the expectations were I felt like I was pretty good, like I could be competitive. Then I loaded into the session and saw Buddy's time, and I was like, maybe second will be okay. But what happened there? I forget who it was. Jack was in front. Just passing those lap cars. I mean, my road experience honestly is not great in the grand scheme of things, and I probably could have done a better job there. It just looked like he slowed down. He really broke hard on the racing line, and that kind of caught me by surprise. So I got to get in back of him, which threw me off for the rest of those S's that we're going through. And I got so off, I was actually just trying to let Grant through, and I don't know, he was behind me to left me, and
right.
Kept on running. So I mean, just my lack of experience, that was terrible.
Now I'm remembering that. Yeah, that wasn't a eventful moment. Never mind. I remember that now. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm sure you couldn't see what was going on there above you. So yeah, that was a really sketchy moment. But yeah, you are continuing to have a consistent and excellent season. So what are the plans going into Chicagoland next week? And what are your feelings now? 6 different winners. I think you would be the one that a lot of us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. And I think you're going to be one of the ones that we're going to be looking to maybe finally have a consecutive winner. Chicagoland, though, going to be wide open. So many other fast guys, too. What are you thinking going into that race? And how are you feeling in your rookie season so far?
It feels good. It's been a lot of fun racing in this league. So I just hope to go in the next race, keep it within the top and keep it in the podium, honestly, would be good. And just keep racking those up.
Awesome. Any shout-outs you want to give before we let you out of here, Nate?
Shout out to Buddy, and I guess it was brother that made that video. That was awesome. So I saw that, and they put a lot of work into it, I'm sure. So I appreciate that from those guys.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, man. Great job again today. Nesquik, as always. Well done, Nate Lesko.
Thank you, guys.
No, I like that. Not just quick.
Nesquik. I had to get it in there. I was jealous when you did.
You know what I'm saying. You gotta be fast,
Exactly.
like a rabbit. That's so bad. All right, so third place finisher is going to be Tony Iverson. That's your high side hustler up there. Looks like Nick Mills might have been Nick Mills might have been hiding up there with those guys too. So that is another powerful driver with a lot of knowledge and ability.
That's helpful.
Sharing. Yeah, well, it used to be Gulf Coast Racing had all the guys. Mm-hmm. They had like 5-6 guys in there, and then they kind of broke off into NMO racing. We saw David Owens retire. Said he was only going to run part-time when he could. And so NMO not, Gulf Coast NMO not quite what it used to be. But you do get to add Gambrel, who hangs out in there. Guys are really fast. and Zach Clausen also. So there's still a lot of guys in there, but boy, this High Side Hustler team, what a team of assassins.
The new powerhouse for sure.
Yeah, and then, there's other ones like Team Venom. I think whenever you see Parham and Stinson running, who's the other two guys? Kenneth Redinger.
Yeah.
He's in that group as well. We saw Bobby Dodson run with them for a little while.
Fritz
so
as well, I think. Great team over there.
And Fritz, thank you. So that's another great one. When we see all four of them unite, it's like Voltron. When all of them finally do come together. All right, let's pull down Tony Iverson and see what the Undertaker's up to. Tony Iverson, Ming Jean, and Zach Panzarella in the booth. Are you there, buddy?
What's up?
I can't call him buddy. Dang it, because there's a real buddy now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'll tell you what, man, I want to congratulate you, dude. Like, you are a powerhouse on those intermediates. You're always up at the front. In the short tracks, you find a way to win on all three of those mediums. But here we are in a road course, not used to seeing the Undertaker. But man, you did it all day long. How much practice did you put in that rig this week?
I think I ran like total 40 laps. So basically a little over a race.
All right. So you Bollingered it. Okay.
No, I felt good because my first session I was hitting like a 134, and then I got it down to like a 132.5, and then Buddy, he made a video of what he was doing to get down into the 129s, and I was watching that video. I think there's a lot of like feel that comes in that I'm like, even throughout that race, I was starting to realize certain things. Like, for the first time ever, I actually noticed worn out tires at a road course, and I felt like that was a breakthrough moment for me. Never noticed that before. So yeah, I was getting like more in tune with the car. I think Buddy's just on like that SB Jesus kind of level right now, and he I mean, even the lap that he made a video of was like 7/10 slower than the best lap that he ran when we were like practicing and talking about it, so I was just like, I knew coming in I couldn't win, and to be honest with you, I hate that feeling more than anything. As a competitive person, I really don't like coming in and just kind of knowing I'm already cooked. So for me, the goal was podium. And then I saw the speed out of Lesko, and I already knew that Applegate had about 4/10 on me when we were talking about it in the Discord. So I was like, fuck, damn it, I'm sorry, guys. I made it so good.
So it's $100. Did we do 100? I did 200 for that one.
Sorry. But yeah, I saw their speed, and then unfortunately, Grant had a pit road error on entry, and he had to sit in there for like 40 seconds or whatever. And then me and Novella, because I saw him have some speed too, and I was like, oh no, like I almost said the S word right there, and I replaced it with no, which isn't what I actually thought. It made me a liar, so censorship stuck. But yeah, I saw him catching me toward the end of the race there, and my tires were cooked, and there was a point where he was like 5 seconds behind me, and then he's like 4, and then he's 3, and then he's 2, and I was like, ah man, he's gonna get me like on the last lap. And then we're coming through the S's, and I see him just lose it right behind me and hit the wall so damn hard. And I'll be honest, like I didn't even like barely go through that last chicane, that last little section with like any speed at all. I saw how far behind the next car was, and I just limped it to the finish line just to live and get my podium. Like I just puttered through that last section there. But yeah, it feels good to do a road course race and not mess up, because the last one we did, we were at Sonoma, and I was running third, I felt really good about it. And then I lost it going into the second to last corner in a place that I never even came close to crashing in practice. And I really thought something like that was going to happen tonight, but it didn't. I actually like made it through the entire race with like kind of minimal mistakes, mostly speed related mistakes, but nothing to where like I almost flew, drove it off into the wall or lost the rear or anything like that. So yeah, I'm happy with this one for sure. I'm happy Buddy got the win. Yeah, overall, feeling good about this one.
Well, and I think you should. And you talk about not thinking that this thing is yours to win, but this is why we run the races. You still need to see what happens to the drivers out there. No one thought what was going to happen to Joe Vulpes would happen with a couple of self spins. Matt Novella with some incidents out there. And I mean, that last lap, I don't know if Buddy talked to you about it, but he almost just decided to smash one of those tires for no reason, and that would have changed everything. But on the year, I got to tell you, Tony, 6 starts, you pick up your 3rd top 5 here today, and that puts you firmly in 5th with your golden ticket already in your pocket. Next week, Chicagoland, 6 of you, the top 6 in points, all trying to get that 2nd win. If the winner next week is not named Tony Iverson, who would you put your money on? You don't have to call one name. How about this? A new winner or a repeat?
Repeat. I think that the 6 in a row is pretty wild, but I'm winning next week, so it's going to kind of mess it all up.
Calling a shot.
I love it. I love it. That's what we want to hear. And you know what? You got to have that confidence as a driver, or you're going to doubt yourself. One last question before I let you go. Zach and I were talking about how can ovals translate to road courses. The biggest thing I've noticed about the fast guys is how much they can roll into a turn and how well they can carry the middle of the turn. I'm braking, but I'm also got 10% on the gas. That kind of thing. The ability to roll it, the heel toe control of the acceleration. Does that translate to the road course for you? Or as you've gotten better and better on the road courses, what is the biggest thing besides tire wear that you've noticed that made you better on that road course that you might apply on an oval as well?
The brake pedal is the key to everything. I know what I'm doing when I'm trying to use the brake pedal on ovals. That's one of the main things I focus on for every track. I think that, obviously there's tracks where you're not hitting the brakes, but I think that's even why I could pull the way I do at Michigan, is because 5% brake is much faster than just relying on letting off the gas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll die by that. There's no way it isn't. So
totally agree.
I put that like that knowledge doesn't really translate to the road courses though, because when you're trailing off into let's say when we were at Bristol, I think that's a great example. Bristol, you're being thrusted into the corner, you're compressing the suspension all the way, as we saw with all the spin outs. Lots of G-forces, the massive banking, but yet you're still trailing it off in there just to keep that perfect drive in, that perfect roll through the middle. When you're on a road course, it's so flat that the trailing doesn't feel the same because the brake bias isn't the same. Like trailing at a road course, you kind of feel like it's more of a I'm not gonna die now, whereas on an oval it's more of a I'm rotating the car.
Yeah, so we're trying to get to point in the right direction.
Yeah, so I think that's the biggest difference between me being good on a road course or great, is I haven't figured out that the way to use the brake as a tool instead of like damage control. And once I feel like once I figure that out, then I'm gonna gain some time. But right now I feel like I'm still using brake to all the way to the last possible moment to not crash, instead of using brake to the last possible moment to get a good corner. And I think like once I have that breakthrough, which I have had on the Glen, but that's a whole different thing. Like I can run really good on the Glen as far as lap times and keeping up with like the good ones, but every other road course is flatter, and I just haven't figured that out yet. So.
And the Glen's 4 rows too. It's 4 stock cars, and we grew up racing it on video games. I think that makes a big difference too.
Yeah, it does. It feels like you're rolling through the track. Like
very much so.
Like
it feels
everything's
banked, even though it's not.
It feels like it's all set up for you. You know, like here in Mexico, you feel like you're fighting the obstacles of the track.
Right.
And,
like Mid-Ohio.
yeah, exactly. I kind of felt like I was on like if Coda was in a third world country, and then I realized that is what it is.
I can see that. Coda is a miserable track for me. I consider myself a good road racer, and I cannot do Coda. And I was getting the same vibes here because you had to roll it so slow.
There's certain areas, yeah, like that whole last section, the way that you're just like bouncing over these curves and stuff, and I was like, this is exactly what a curb would feel like in a third world country. Look at this. You know, like it's ridiculous, but and then, you know, I never did the last section the same every lap too. Like there's certain things that I know that like on an oval, I can run the exact same lap 100 laps in a row regardless of tire wear. And I think that consistency helps on oval a lot, and I know it helps on road, but I can't achieve it yet. So like I'll take what I got tonight, but I see the lap time differences. I'm not satisfied. You know, I mean, I'll take the points, all that's cool, but definitely not fast enough yet. Definitely got a lot to learn.
Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Iverson, third place today, fifth in the points, but has the golden ticket. Gonna be competitive. Calling his shot next week at Chicagoland. Tune in next week to see if The Undertaker will be the first two-time winner in season 6 of Monday Night Mayhem. Tony, go have yourself a celebratory drink. I know you wanted more, but hey, there's about 17 other guys who wish they would have got third.
True that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to you later, brother.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Hey, I didn't call him buddy at the end. That's good.
I'm proud of you.
I'm getting better. Getting better.
Well done, my friend.
So points are up for updated stats. You can see there Grant Applegate still on the top with a nice 12-point lead. No Colin Bollinger tonight. No Team Delusional representative at all, as Andrew, Bolander missed, Bollinger missed, Plant Smith missed, Sean Walton misses his first race of the year. And what that does also is team points. Highside Hustlers, they've won 2 seasons in a row, and with Team Delusional not being here, Delusional drops not just farther away from Highside Hustlers, but they also go below NMO, Team NMO, who's in second. Now, NMO is 34.5 points back. Very difficult to close that gap, 2.5 wins for the Highside Hustlers, half a win for NMO with Joe Vulpus's victory last week. Delusional with 1.5, but missing today. Definitely going to hurt the King of the North and his group. But he still holds on to 4th overall, dropping 26 points back of Applegate right now. But Applegate, boy, he got a slow start last year, but this year...
Totally different. Our defending champion, comes out on top and has really just kept it up there. And today it looked like one of those days that potentially could have been detrimental for him, but Vulpus had nothing to be said about that. He finishes, looks like 4 spots worse than Applegate in this race here today. So Applegate able to hold on to that. I think the big one there you see is the +4 next to Buddy Sully's name, the +3 next to Nobella's name. Like we said, Nobella would have liked a much better day, but he still is able to bring it home 4th place. Jay Darger with those late race issues getting Nobella that 1 extra spot, so it ends up being a great day for him. Steve Lewis just showing, I mean, not taking anything away from him because he's had a great year, but really just showing also what showing up does for you. Lewis only has one top 10, but he is pretty comfortably in the playoffs right now. 13-point advantage into the playoffs. The Ryan Holla, the last one, tied with Brandon Guerin. But attendance becoming a big thing on the cut line, but up top, it's domination. I think Colin Bollinger, that could be it for him in terms of winning this regular season championship.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to overcome that. But, you know, all it takes is a few wins. He picked up 4 wins last season, so not out of the realm of probability that Bollinger could turn it on there, especially if he can get some of those intermediate or super speedway races with his teammates out there to help him cut through this field. As you said, Buddy Sully, with the jump, that does cost Nick Mills and Gambrel a spot. But look at the other movers. Novella bumps up 3, Lewis bumps up a couple, and then coming into the top 12, you can see a couple of rookies, Wyatt Mickelson and Ryan Holla. So those 2 guys suddenly are right there. Here's Brandon Guerin right behind. The points are so close. Check it out. 113 is 12th place. He and Brandon are tied.
Yeah.
And then behind them, Stinson is 1 point off. Sanders and Winfield are just 4 points off of that cup. Mata is just 10.
And
Hunter
Stinson has
Hall
4 starts.
is 12.
Wow.
Yeah, that Venom team is wicked fast.
Yeah, they are.
And then remember, you only need 9 starts to qualify. So anybody on this list that just has 2 starts at the moment is still alive. How about this being a name? Kenneth Redinger. If Kenneth ran every race from here on out, he would be eligible for the playoffs. All it takes is a win. And as we saw last season, as we saw last week in ARCA and in trucks on Wednesday, is that right?
Yep. Yeah, he is on a
and
ridiculous. And he's a Drive for 5 winner.
And he won the Drive for 500. Exactly. So Redinger, the Team Venom driver, great team. And we've seen that guy win championships. So 2 starts, guess what? Well, not a problem. Just show up for every race. His teammate, Justin Parham, another guy with 2 starts that could show up and win. Jared Kelly could show up and win. So lots of these names could still show up and rattle this thing wide open. So we'll just have to see. This is a scary track, plus the $14.99 you had to pay, really costing a lot of people that opportunity. And the slow emergence of those guys like Mickelson, like Holla, you know, couple of rookies. Of course, Nate Lesko, we've talked, ad infinitum about that guy. And then other guys, Jay Dargert, you know, moving up. He's had a little bit of bad luck on those results, but there he is. Craig Schroeder, we didn't see him race today, but that's another guy, plenty of speed, that I cannot wait to see him continue to develop. But these are not way too soon playoff point standings anymore. These are exactly what we're looking at, and you can peak all the way down, I would say, to at least 18th place of Hunter Hall, all still alive to get into the top 12. And then behind that, there's probably about 4 guys, including an Eric Thornton, whose name I didn't say, that could strike and get a win.
Yeah, there is so much left to play for here in this season. And I think attendance is going to be just as important as results, as these drivers are clearly showing what it is to be gained just from showing up in these fields here. But yeah, this is very much to play for, and this field is so competitive. 6 races, 6 winners. But I really just feel like get yourself to the playoffs, and anything is possible for anyone who's able to make that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Yeah, if you're I'm looking at these points, 8 up, Novella Gambrel up. There's a gap right there. You can see, like, gosh, I want to say Bollinger up so far. Those top 4 are kind of in their own little world, and then Iverson, Sully, Nick Mills right there with Sully.
Maybe join the conversation.
Yeah,
I feel like
see what he does.
The top 9 can win a championship easily.
Yeah, exactly. Gambrel, Novella, again, they'll surprise you. Nick Mills, we've seen him win 2 championships over in the Bonfire Premier Cup. so we know he can do that. Buddy's got a championship. Tony Iverson has been in the Final Four 2 years in a row, ready for a championship. Colin, Joe, Grant all have one on their belt. So this is murderer's row.
Yeah.
Right now, we're in the middle of the season. I'm so stoked. We got new names that are all on this list as well. This league just continues to amaze us week in and week out.
It has been so much fun, me and Jane. And hey, if this one's intimidating you, make sure to check out DDRL Arca. That league filling up quick, and it is going to be the, I guess you could say, the opener every week until this season is over. They'll be racing on a doubleheader before this season, or before these races start. And the iRating cap far lower over there. There's gonna be a 2,600 iRating cap for that league over there, as you see in the top right. Over here, that would be pretty much the average. So definitely a good place to get familiar with running up front and get yourself on these awesome broadcasts. We've got some amazing commentators over there, but yeah, I mean, Gene, this league, even I think Arca only solidifying it further, how much of the cream of the crop you get here on Mondays and just how talented this field is.
Yeah, it's just been a pleasure for us to be a part of this, and cannot wait to see what happens next at Chicagoland. Now, best way to do that, make sure you are subscribed to the Vortex Racing Network, as we host 4 different leagues with multiple series within each one. You've just watched the doubleheader, the DDI ARCA series, broadcast tonight by Smokin' Joe and Snake, bringing you all the action over there.
Great job by both of them.
Monday Night Mayhem series, you just watched a big win here today as Buddy Sully became the 6th winner in 6 races. Tomorrow night, it's the Dennis Bucket Big Trucking Tuesday series, as those huge leagues will continue. AJ Binish, defending champion, sneaking back into the playoffs.
You know,
the FAFO, I think the league might be doing that, and they're letting him back in, which is not. They're about to find out not what you want to do. And also, story there, of course, has to be the lead Joe Vulpes has, and it could be bigger. And there's been like 3 or 4 other races. I think he could have done more, but just things happened, and he did not win. Wednesday night, of course, the brand new spectacular MRL DDI Moonlight Truck Series. This league was so big, we had to make qualifying to get in. You want to see that. Week 3 about to be broadcast. What? Where the boys and girls at?
Auto Club.
Auto Club. Oh my word! You know, Fontana's just the place you want to be, and so we'll give that one an eyeball on Wednesday. Thursday, of course, coming soon. Quantum Contender Series. That's going to be broadcast with Kevin Kyle and a secret announcer we've yet to reveal. Find out soon. Those races starting here in the spring. And Sunday, it's that time again. Sunday, going to kick off the Premier Cup Series with a Dennis Bucket Memorial race at Kentucky. And that will be this Sunday. Can't wait. So best way to see it, make sure you are subscribed to the Vortex Racing Network. And hey, be a bud, be a friend of the station. Make sure that you like and share these videos with your friends so they too can watch. It's something fun to talk about at the water cooler the day after the race. You know that guy that always tries to get in the conversation? Yeah, he won't know what's happening, but you will. Make sure you get that opportunity.
Yeah, Gene, it's going to be awesome. And yeah, big shout out to KK, Kevin Kyle, for the huge success that the Drive for 5 was on Sunday. That was so much fun to be in the race for. I can say with complete honesty, I've never wanted a trophy as bad as I wanted that one, and was so close, but that's Daytona. We saw it in the 500, and we saw it in the Drive for 5. But can't wait for more events like that here in the future. So yeah, just make sure you're subbed up, because genuinely, this has got to be the best show in iRacing. So proud of these broadcasts that we put together. That last broadcast between Snake and Smokin' Joe was unbelievably good, and just so cool to see those two covering the ARCA series. It started off, can't wait for tomorrow. Wednesday's been incredible. We're bringing in some new guys over on Wednesdays that have been wonderful in the booth. Steve Fugay, I think a big one, I just gave away his name, the Eagle. And then the Quantum Contender Series, KK, going to be wonderful over there. Had a great time in the booth with Kevin on on Wednesday, last Wednesday, covering the DDIRL. And then, yeah, Sunday, can't wait for that to get started back up. But what a great time this past couple of weeks has been. And I was thinking this, I think it was when we were talking to Buddy and Tony today, me and Gene. You know what I miss? I really miss? I miss the live streams of the cup races.
Oh.
We got to bring those back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I miss just getting
it's tough.
necessarily drunk with you guys. It was a lot of fun.
Yes. That's tough on some guys though, because I think like one of the guys might race in that series and then he broadcasts it, and then we'll have to see. We'll have to see, because those are a good time. It's good time hanging out with your buddies. Maybe we could do it informal, like who's watching the race? Okay, jump in.
And then we can just bring in whoever wants to join us in. We'll see what we can do there, but I'd love to bring those back. Continue to expand the horizons of this network, because
we'll have the cusso meter.
Exactly.
We'll have the cusso meter for Tony.
And that'll be good money for all of us too. He's gonna owe us money every time he cusses,
really
so it'll be good money for us.
$50 a pop. That's
yeah, exactly.
100 for an F-bomb.
We're feeling generous that day. It was only $251 today. I charged him $1 for being like, I was gonna say the S word. I was like, well, you said it. You said you were gonna say it. So I took $1 off for that. Right? It cost him $1 for that one.
That's right. You know, the difference between assault and battery is physical contact. And,
exactly.
You know, saying you're going to say it still commits assault.
Exactly.
What a race today. I mean, amazing to see John Beverly bringing out the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez track. So much fun and great history here with the Rodriguez brothers as well. Had no idea. So it was a joy for me to figure out who those guys were and why they were important to racing in Mexico as a country. As you know, a big part of the F1 series, and we've seen a lot of Mexican drivers. And you know, we've got one, you know, everybody's amigo in Daniel Suarez in NASCAR as well. So good to get that history in there. So bravo to the league admins. To make that move and bring that in. Only 20 guys, but you know what? Last year at Sonoma, only 21.
Yeah,
so
right.
Not a big drop in attendance, and I'm sure we'll get back to those 30-man fields
I would not doubt
next week when those boys are at Chicagoland. And I'm doing it now. I'm calling them out. Team Venom, come back. Right. Stinson in the playoffs. I need to see you back. Matthew Fritz, Justin Parham, Kenneth Redinger, come back. Don't let these hustlers just run away with it. You know you got something. Redinger, Drive for 5 champ.
Mm-hmm. Give me your trophy.
ARCA champ, Wednesday night champ. You got this, bud. Come back.
Exactly.
Sean Walton, let's get some delusional back. Sean's knocking on the door, man. He's winning this year. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's been crazy fast. We saw what he did at the Rock over in the DDIRL. Just lights out fast.
It's closing. It's the closing speed and able to just finish it there at the end. And Team Delusionals, you know, Colin would be angry if one of his guys slowed up to give him the win.
I agree.
You know, he wants to be on a team with guys winning, and I think that's what makes the Hustler so good. That's what makes NMO so competitive, and Venom as well. So I want to see all those guys back. I know you, the fans at the house, do as well. Final thoughts before we head out, Zach.
Oh, yeah. And just about Colin Bollinger real quick. He's just also just that type of racer to everybody. Drive for 5. Those of you who saw it, I had the lead out of 4, and Bollinger had a run of steam on me, and I went through every scenario that I had time to go through in my mind. I had, like 5 seconds to think of it. I was like, throw the blocks, maybe wreck us both, or don't throw the blocks and lose. And so I was like, I'm throwing the blocks. This isn't a points race. So I threw some disgusting blocks on Bollinger, blocks that I would criticize other drivers for on these broadcasts, and wrecked us both. Predictably. And Bollinger, after the race, I apologized to Bollinger, and I was like, I'm so sorry, man, I shouldn't have done that. And he said I would have done the same exact thing. And that is a good show of character for Colin Bollinger, because that is who he is. Every now and then we say things like, wow, that was aggressive, that was crazy. But Colin walks the walk and he talks the talk. And I can't wait to have him back at Chicagoland next week. I expect to see him. But yeah, I just got to tip my hat off to him, because I don't get to race with him very often. And when I do, we don't oftentimes get to mix it up because he's so freaking fast. But that was one time when we did, and he is a class act. But just another thing that solidified my confidence in this league and my love of this league. This is probably my favorite league out there. and it's just so much fun to cover. And every season, it seems to somehow get better. The past 2 seasons we were talking about, I cannot believe that there's another guy joining these ones up top. We thought that this league was signed, sealed, delivered with 1, 2, 3 guys the past few seasons. And now here we are, season 3 together, and we're 6 races in, and we have 6 different winners, and no fluky stuff has happened yet. Unbelievable, and just cannot ask for a better show on 4 wheels here. This has been incredible, and it was a pleasure visiting Mexico City. Was worth getting the passport, was worth the $15 plane ticket, and excited to be. It was a great time, Mean Gene. So thank you to the league for having us.
Yeah, I tell you what, I love pina coladas, and we got plenty of them down here in Mexico City. If you come visit, make sure you get the all-inclusive package, and make sure the festivities start before 9 a.m. You know, I hated being there waiting for the guy to make me my frosty
super annoying
beverage. Yes, it was. But the racing was hot, and we enjoyed it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap us up from the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. And we thank you so much for joining us. Big shout out to our sponsors. Fish Speed Brake sponsor all year long. Thank you, Jordan Fisher, for your support of Monday Night Mayhem. Thank you so much to Sim and Destroy Racing Company. Kevin Kyle sponsoring the Pole Position Award all year long, making that apparel that you want to wear. Also supporting drivers across multiple leagues. Sim and Destroy, check them out. KK Woodscapes, they are donating the trophy this year to the Season 6 champion, as well as providing trophies for any league that needs them. Reach out to KK Woodscapes, memorialize those highlight moments in your racing career. KK Woodscapes. And of course, Tony Iverson and the Highside Hustlers Motorsports sponsoring our post-race show. Tony, of course, a friend of the station. Even though I call him an assassin on the track, we love him dearly, and we appreciate not just his sponsorship of the post-race show, but also the money we get from all those swear words.
Yes, sir.
YouTube, please keep us on the air. Thank you to the league admins of the Moonlight Racing League as well. Steve Fugate, Joe Volpus, John Beverly, Zach Panzarella, and Jax Duvall, Rich Swingle, all the guys behind the scenes. Thank you for making this happen for us week after week. Been a great night. Enjoy yourselves. Take care of yourselves. And as always, bottoms up and hammer down.